I am the air officer on the USS Boxer, and we call those guys air bosses. An air boss runs the air traffic control tower on a big deck amphib or on an aircraft carrier. Just like a normal air traffic control tower, we own a 10-mile diameter circle and up to about 2,500 feet of airspace around the ship. And so I do all the normal things that an air traffic control tower would do. It's just my airport moves around. We manage who can come in and come out, and I do have a huge supporting cast that helps me out. We have 4 people up in the tower at any given time. We have an air traffic control center that has about 8 people working in it that run radars and talk to the aircraft as they come in. And so I'll talk to them and give them clearance to land, how to enter into the holding patterns around the ship, and then what spots to land on when they come in. You get into a little bit of a rhythm, you develop a flow, and the pilots on the other end get into that flow with you. You got to be able to keep more than one thing in your head, keeping in your mind where they all are in relation to the ship. You know, who's got the most gas, who can afford to take another pass, who has to land right now. The other piece that's key to being a good air boss doesn't really have anything to do with flying or operating, but you have to be able to manage sailors. You got about 170 to 185 sailors who work for you. It's one of the larger departments that's on the ship, and they work in extremely challenging environments. By the time you get to be an air boss, you've already had command of a squadron, probably a couple thousand hours flying around. All the jobs that I've had up to this point have built to where I am today and giving me that, muscle memory to be able to talk on the radio and think like a pilot thinks. It's a very mentally challenging task, but it's also really fun to do. When everything's going right, it really is cool.